Hey, what's up everybody? Today we're going to talk about conceal carry, the advantages and disadvantages of the different ways that you can do that. Why you should listen to me. I've been concealed carrying for nearly 16 years now. The second I was legally allowed to, I got my permit and have been concealed carrying. So I've used quite a few of the options that I'm talking about. The options that I haven't used, I've probably at least tried or talked with people who have used them for a while, enjoy them or don't enjoy them. One caveat to that is some of the specialized female options I have not obviously done. And then also at the end I'll kind of give my secret sauce, how to make conceal carry really work, because the whole goal is to conceal that you're carrying. For law-abiding citizens, I think this is very important. This adds a little bit of protection to you and also doesn't give you unwanted scrutiny that could escalate things further. So we're going to start with on body inside the waistband, and we're going to start with 3 o'clock or hip carry. Probably one of the most common carry types when I started. That's where you carried if you weren't above the age of 50 or 60 when I started. It's very comfortable depending on what you're carrying. You can move, you can get special holsters that kind of push the shirt down a little bit, that push it out. You have very fast deployment time, so it's a very similar movement to drawing from a normal battle holster. Just you have to move the shirt out of the way sometime. It does print more than other options, but not as much as kidney does. So you do have to be a little conscientious of the clothes you're wearing. I found that if it's cotton and the same size, cotton shirt won't print as much as like a tech shirt. For some reasons, the plasticky Under Armour or athletic clothing, it prints straight lines a lot more than a natural fabric does. So you'd have to be a little more conscientious of that if you're carrying hip carry. Very comfortable, fast deployment time. One disadvantage, if you do get into a grappling match, you only have one hand to control. Other options where if you're doing appendix carry, you can have two hands to protect a weapon from someone trying to pull out versus one. But for me on the hip carry, and this is just a personal preference, I don't have a gun pointed at my dick. That's why I like carrying that way. All right, and then probably now the most common inside the waistband on body carry is going to be appendix. Tons of really great holsters for this. You have a very quick draw time. It's if you get in a grappling match and someone's going for the gun, you now have two hands to help protect, and it's center line of your body. You have a lot more control here than you do here. Great concealment, probably one of the easiest to conceal. That being said, the disadvantages is you have a gun pointed at your dick. All right, I don't like that idea. What if you have a 320? So there's that. Also, if you're a bigger guy, not even a bigger guy, if you're if you don't say no to taco trucks and you like a beer every now and then, it's not going to be the most comfortable. The more of a gut you have sticking out, it pushes the top of that holster a little forward, which then pushes the bottom of the holster in. So then you have 2 points that are pushing in, just makes it less than comfortable, especially if you're sitting or driving for a long amount of time. It's not the greatest. So go in the gym, try to lose it, or hip carry if you're lazy like me. Another disadvantage is if you're going to pee, you have junk in front of your junk. Who wants that, right? Like, you're trying to pee and there's a gun there, so you're going just adds a little bit of a hassle. All right, and then there's the kidney carry. So at the 6 o'clock, why? I don't know why people started carrying like this. It's slow deployment time. It prints super well. Usually people think it doesn't print well, but trust me, it prints well. We can see it. I don't think I've seen anybody not ironically carry like this who's under 60. If you sit on it, you got a gun pushing up against your back, that can't be comfortable. Say you fall and you hit your back, you got, once again, the gun's going right into your spine. It's not, just don't. Hey, I see you there on the toilet watching this video. Let me know what you had for lunch. I'm getting hungry. I need ideas. If you could get down there, give me a like, give me a comment. Let me know what's your favorite conceal carry option. Do you think I'm wrong? I'm not, but do you think I'm wrong? And then we have outside the waistband. It's usually hip carry. I have seen people outside the waistband kidney carry, which is just like, oh, hey, you're giving your buddy a gun. They just reach out and grab it, which is very thoughtful, but unless you have a buddy always behind you, I wouldn't advise it. Most of the time I see it hip carry. This can be concealable. You just have to wear the appropriate clothes. So, jacket, longer shirt, sweater, and just don't bend or move in any weird direction. So one thing to keep in mind, it's got a fast deployment time, very comfortable because it's just, if you have a good belt, it's hooking on the belt and everything's outside of your pants. So I can see the use for it, but it is very clothing dependent. All right, and then the next on-body carry is going to be the pocket carry. This is usually going to be a very small subcompact. There's two different options. You can have a clip on the gun that actually hooks on, which is kind of nice and just slides in your pocket. Or I think Kel-Tex works, their little LCP version, it works great for that. The other option is there's actually this like a little square pocket shaped holster that your gun can slide into. Usually it's some type of leather or sticky plastic material like Nomex, and it kind of grips on your pocket so you can reach your hand into your pocket, pull out your pistol. Okay deployment time, great concealment, great comfort, but you're going to be limited on ammo capacity because you do have to use, usually a small single stacked 380. It's kind of what they're best at, and so you're not going to have a lot of rounds unless you put mags in your other pocket. But how often do y'all carry an extra mag in your pocket? Come on, be honest with me. So, but concealment's great. So I do think there's a time and a place for it. Going out to check the mail, slide that in there. At least you have something. Disadvantage is, it can fall out. It is if the clip's not good or the pocket's too big or moving in a weird angle, it can fall out. I will tell you that I did conceal carry this way for quite a while. It's super comfortable. I really enjoyed it. I just dawned on me that I wanted something a little more than 380, and I wanted more capacity, more ammunition in the pistol. Also, it's a subcompact. I mean, those things are tiny. I don't have very large hands. I'd say I have medium hands, and just trying to hit anything further than 5 yards away, it's a challenge. So ankle carry. So most of this knowledge is coming from secondhand because I've tried to carry this way. My plan was to carry this way for 2 weeks and just kind of see how I liked it, how it worked and everything. I tried it. It was not for me. I just do not like the feeling. I have very skinny legs, chicken legs, one would say. So not an option for me, but I do know many people who swear by it and they love it. Ankle carry is situational dependent. Once again, you have to have long pants, and they can't be like Bakken skinny jeans. They have to have a little movement in there, and you have to be able to get them up in case you do want to get your pistol out. So you have great concealment, dependent. Unfortunately, it is a slow deployment time. Give it a shot for yourself. It's not too expensive. If that's something you're interested in, I think it'd be great if you're going to, you're wearing like a suit or a white tie event, and you don't have, any place to conceal carry there. I would suck it up for a couple hours and conceal carry down there if that was my only option. All right, then we're going up to shoulder carry. So I'm sure we've seen this in, old cop movies or 80s action movies. It's very comfortable, but it's hard to conceal. If you start moving back and forth a lot, it's not great. Also, I think you have to carry a 38 special. You have to be close to retirement. You have to complain that you'll take one last job and this is it. So there's just a couple things to think about if you're shoulder carrying. And you're gonna have to wear a coat, and it's not a very good conceal option unless you have like FBI in your back or whatever. But then at that point, this doesn't really apply to you that well. All right, so now we're moving from on-body carry to off-body carry. A lot of people poo-poo on off-body carry, but I think it's important to understand that we don't always go in a perfect situation. So off-body carry, slower deployment times. Like, well, yes, of course it's slower deployment time. An ankle deployment is going to be slower than an appendix, and an appendix deployment is going to be slower than if you have a battle belt on with a dedicated holster. There's all sacrifices we're making. So while I do think that, there's also times and places for off-body carry and on-body carry. I'm going to start with backpack. So backpack, it's going to be great concealment as long as you don't have like a Supermoto, multicam or whatever backpack. You can put snacks in it. I mean, come on, who doesn't want some gummy bears? Body built by Haribo. You can add extra kit, medical, you know, extra whatever you want, you can have in there. So it's a great option. And I know some backpacks, you can get little soft armor plates to put in them. I think everyone should have a, you know, about town backpack, especially if you're going out with family, you know, you can just put a bunch of stuff in there. So I do think it's great for that. But once again, you're going to have a slow deployment time, and you better train with it, because if you don't train with it, you're going to be trying to get all those zippers open, and then, you know, there's going to be juice on top of the gun. You're not going to be able to pull it out as quickly. So train with it, try to have a dedicated place for it, but I do think it's a worthwhile option. The next off body I'm going to kind of put two together. It's going to be fanny packs and crossbody bags. So I'm a huge fan of the fanny pack. I'm going to give you a caveat. I don't have like a Supermoto fanny pack that I carry around with me everywhere. I do own one, but it's kind of tactical, but still it's too tactical for me. So my fanny packs are either going to be like the super cheap ones you get from Walmart, or I have like a Patagonia one that's like can fold in on itself. That is, to me, it's the best combination for me in my situation, because I live in a little hotter area. It's harder to conceal carry. I wear, you know, running shorts, gym shorts, whatever. And then I did want to come back to the, you know, the secret sauce, how to really conceal carry. And that is use camouflage. And what I'm saying by that is, you know, don't wear the grunt style t-shirt. Wear the nature, the granola t-shirt. You know, try not to advertise that you're a big 2A guy or a big military guy. I know that can be hard for some of us with, you know, back when we had to have a little more restrictive haircuts. But just try to blend into who's around you. You know, don't wear 511 pants with, you know, your tan FDE Solomon shoes and your, you know, polo with the extra little cut in so you can put the mics up there. You know, just wear normal jeans, wear, you know, some good ultras, you know, for running shoes, and, you know, a Patagonia t-shirt, and you're going to blend in with 90% of people. So just something to think about. Try to be conscientious of what you're wearing and how you look to other people, and that makes concealing a lot easier to do.